it still won't get me off what I saw when I first got on social media today. The first thing I saw that popped up on my phone was this dummy. This mother brother right here on Facts Over Feeling podcast talking about Deion Sanders couldn't play and cover the receivers today. Talked about the speed of the receivers today making a difference in this game.
Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to the Second to None podcast, the realest sports talk show on the net. I'm your boy DJ B, and today, man, we got a hot one. Michael Irvin then lost his mind on a podcaster who said Deion, primetime Sanders couldn't hang in today's NFL. Bro, the man went off.
Yeah. What's up, y'all? It's your man Shay Dog in the building. And look, DJ B, when I saw that clip, I said to myself, primetime can't play today? Come on now. Some of these young cats got to respect the foundation, bruh. Deion is the blueprint.
Exactly. They talking like this man ain't lock up half the league in his sleep. Like he didn't take one side of the field away every Sunday. Y'all tripping if you think Prime couldn't ball in this era.
Facts, but let's break it down right, because that's what we do here. The whole debate started when a podcaster said basically that athletes today are faster, stronger, and Deion wouldn't survive in modern schemes. Then Michael Irvin came through like, boy, if you don't get well, you know the rest.
Yeah, he said it with his chest, too. You sound stupid. He said, you know when Mike hits that tone, it's over. But real talk, this ain't just about one argument. This is that bigger convo. Old school versus new school.
Yep, man, I'm going to tell you right now, as someone who watched Deion play live, front row, back when Dallas was America's team, there's levels to greatness that don't fade. Prime wasn't just athletic. He was psychological warfare, man. He get in your head before the game even started.
Yeah, bro had his own theme music. That walk into the end zone was disrespectful in the best way. Man brought swagger to defense before swagger was even a word.
And that's what these modern analysts forget. They compare 40 times and combine numbers, but forget context. Back then, you could jam receivers into next week. You had to play through straight-up combat, no soft flags.
Right. No defenseless receiver calls, none of that. You caught that ball across the middle, you might lose your soul, dog.
So if anything, you put Deion in this era, with all the training, nutrition, tech, and recovery, he's even better. Prime 2.0 would be scary.
Bro, imagine him with social media, primetime TV every week. He'd break the internet before kickoff. He was fly outdoors player.
Oh, absolutely. He'd have endorsement deals on endorsement deals. He'd be like the first O.J. Simpson, how he started them endorsement deals for y'all young bucks in the game now.
Say my aim. Before we go any deeper, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button and follow the Second to None podcast on Apple Podcasts, Podbean, and YouTube. Don't play yourself. This is where real sports talk live on Sundays. Get to church for those who go. Whatever y'all doing when you get home, listen to the Second to None sports talk on Second to None podcast. Tell a friend and 3 family members.
Now let's get back into it, DJ. I think the bigger issue here is why do people keep acting like greatness has an expiration date? You feel me? Just like when I or Teddy, Kenya, Mark, or any of us guys who played sports in school or just in the streets, if any of these young guys tried to run up against us in our day, we would smoke them on that quarter field. Even now, they still may get smoked. We were not just athletes. We were warriors. DJ, we were and are legends, baby. So what's the difference between this group, a few $1 million? Exactly like Michael Irvin said, soft.
Exactly. Like, athletes are faster now. Cool. But that don't mean the greats back then weren't dominant in their own era. Every sport evolves. But greatness, that travels through time, dog. I got it saying, you can make slow greatness down, but you can't stop it. Prime time would have smoked all these guys talking that junk today, Shay. That's what makes me a burgly boy, big and tough.
Let's keep it 100. You can't teach that instinct Deion had. He read routes like a psychic. His closing speed was unreal, and he was so smooth, he barely broke a sweat. Wayne McGarity was super fast in his day. If you want to talk about speed, we can go all the way back to the 70s and talk about your James Beans and Charles Beans. These are San Antonio legends. Yo, they think we don't know our history.
Man, was moonwalking into end zones before TikTok was even a dream. Where the heck do you think you get prime time from? This new generation must be sleeping. Must have sipped too much Weka.
You stupid DJB. But you're right. The man changed culture. Not just defense, culture. Players today wear custom cleats, flashy jewelry, do dances. Prime laid that blueprint.
Talk your talk, Shay Dog.
Blessable. And Irvin knew it too. That's why he went off, because that wasn't just a defense of Deion. It was a defense of their whole era. The 90s Cowboys, the real gridiron battles, those were wars.
Exactly. Ain't no Instagram workouts back then. No load management. You played hurt and you still showed out. They should have a women's NFL league now the way boys can't get touched nowadays. A woman can play pregnant nowadays and won't lose her baby because they ain't getting hit.
Man, if Deion had access to the sports science these young boys got, his numbers would be even crazier. He'd still be 101.
Mine? Hold up. We got to pay some bills real quick. This episode of the Second to None podcast is brought to you by our people at daysource.com.
Yeah, shout out to Daysource, man. If you don't know, Daysource is an all-natural store. You can get sea moss, gels, and other all-natural capsules for your daily needs.
Exactly. Go hit daysource.com today. Tell them the Second to None podcast crew sent you. Use discount code SHOP10 to get 10% off. All right, now back to the show, Shay Dog.
So, Shay Dog, let me ask you this. You think part of why young analysts downplay guys like Deion because they never saw him live, they only know highlights?
Bingo. Highlights don't show the fear factor. Quarterbacks would straight up not throw his way. Whole offensive coordinators change game plans because of one man. That don't show up in the box score.
Yeah, you're right. These new dudes see the stat sheet and think they know the story. But sometimes greatness ain't measurable.
Exactly. You can't quantify aura, leadership, presence. That's what legends had, like your Michael Jordans, Iceman George Gervin, and Tim Duncans of the world.
Bruh, that's a bar. You can't quantify aura. Put that on a t-shirt, man.
I might, but look, that's the point. Primetime didn't just play corner. He performed corner. And Irvin knew that kind of greatness when he sees it. That's why he took it personal.
I felt that when he said, "We are the two most accomplished receivers in the history of this game. Don't disrespect that." That was raw emotion, and we should not disrespect that. Our generation know not to disrespect that, but what are we teaching the younger generation, like our kids and our grandkids? Are you teaching them to respect the older greats? Are you teaching them that they could have stood up against him? That destroys sports culture, black culture, any culture. If you tear down where you came from, that will destroy it. Well, I got me preaching like my daddy and Grandpa Scruggs.
It was pride, bruh. Pride in their grind, and I respect it. Irvin would have cooked these boys.
So let me stir the pot. If you drop Deion Sanders in 2025 with modern schemes and rules, what's he doing?
Deion was in my generation when he was with the Falcons and Cowboys. He's still all pro, easy. Maybe even better because offenses throw more now, more chances for picks, more highlights, more return yards. That wasn't my Cowboy day. Everybody was a Cowboy fan back then. And bro would still be styling on him. Chain out, high step from the 40. He'd be banned from Totten every week.
Hell no, that's prime time.
Facts, but that's what makes the league fun. Prime brought entertainment value. Football ain't just about plays, it's about personality.
You're right, and that's why Michael Irvin's rant hit so hard. It was about defending passion. Today's media sometimes treat emotion like it's unprofessional, but back then, emotion was the game.
Amen to that.
And look, DJB, this is a bigger trend. We keep hearing old heads versus new heads. It's not about hate, it's about respect. The modern era is dope, but it was built on something.
Yup. It's like hip-hop, bruh. You can't talk about Drake if you don't know Rakim. You can't talk about Mahomes if you don't know Montana.
Exactly. Every era got its flavor, but the recipe stays the same. Talent, work ethic, and heart.
And talking about eras, yo, next week we about to dive deep into that Jordan versus LeBron debate.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be a war zone.
I already know you Team Jordan, dog.
You know it, Air Jordan for life, but we'll save that smoke for next time.
Before we bounce, y'all know what it is. Make sure y'all follow the Second to None podcast on Apple Podcasts, Podbean, and YouTube. Drop us a comment. Let us know. Could primetime dominate in today's NFL? Or would these young guns give them trouble? We want to hear your take.
Yeah, we reading them comments, man. Bring that energy, but come correct.
Facts. All right, y'all, that's it for today's episode. Salute to Michael Irvin, salute to Deion Primetime Sanders, and salute to the legends who paved the way.
Respect the past, enjoy the present, and argue about it with passion. That's what we do.
And that's what makes us Second to None. Shay Dog, we out.
Stupid ass talking about running fast like people weren't running fast back then. Are you shitting me? Why do you talk on a microphone? Why do you have a microphone? What the hell are you talking about? I don't even know your name. And I certainly don't know your game because you don't. I don't see you every year with a gold jacket in that Hall of Fame room. I don't see you anywhere great players are. So who the fuck are you to talk about what, Deion Sanders couldn't cover these guys today? First of all, I'm going to do just like the airlines tell you. What do the airlines tell you when you're on the airline? If we have a problem, put the mask on yourself, then put it on your kids or any loved ones who are with you. So I'm going to save me in this dumb shit, and then I'm going to talk about time in it and save him from this dumb shit. Let me tell you something, Holmes. Let me tell you something. And the Bible says it. He that argues with a fool may be considered a fool, but I'm ready to be a fool today. Like, dude, do you really know what you're talking about? Do you really have any clue at what you're talking about? You think there were not fast guys in the league when I played? You think Tyreek Hill can outrun an Olympian like Bullet Bob Hayes, who played before me? You think he can outrun the Ronaldo Nehemiahs who tried to play in this game? You know why he tried? Because they wanted speed in the game, but other things were required when we played. You must get to run around and play fucking 7-on-7 touch football. We had pain in our game, and y'all don't even know shit about pain. I'm a damn era of everybody gets a trophy in NIL where nobody fights for a starting job. I ain't start. I'm gonna go leave and start somewhere else. Get the fuck dominate this era of football. Dominate. Football's not about running fast. It's not about speed. It's about getting the job done. I won championships. That means I went in and made plays where pain lived. Y'all can't do that. Y'all ain't never did that. Y'all don't have to do that. You don't practice worth a shit. You don't take no hits. Everybody touch you, you throw a flag. You understand what I'm saying? Stop, man. Stop. I ain't trying to put nobody down, but I ain't gonna stay down and let you put me down. Are you joking? Are you joking? Dude, I'll catch 200 passes in today's game. Literally 200 passes a year. A year. I ain't never catch a pass behind the line of scrimmage in my whole career. All my passes were up the field in the midst of pain.